Hello everyone. So in today's lecture we are going to study about linear programming problem solution using two-phase simplex method. So as we have seen during steps involving solving two-phase simplex method, that first thing we have to convert any optimization problem which is in form of minimization into maximization objective function. So here I will multiply my objective function with -1 to convert minimization into maximization problem. Okay, so that's my objective function. Multiply with -1, you will get objective function in form of maximization, where I am having new function z dash, which is equals to negative of z, which is equals to minus 15 by 2 x1 minus 3 x2. Okay, so that's my new objective function. Second step involved is to convert inequalities into equality constraints. So here we are having greater than equals to form of inequalities. So to convert into equalities, we have to add surplus variable plus artificial variable in this objective function. So my new constraint equation will be 3x1 minus x2 minus x3 minus 1s1 plus 0s2 and plus 1sa1 plus 0a2 is equals to 3. Okay, so we have seen that for greater than we have to add surplus plus artificial variable in our constraint equation to convert into equality form. So second equation, x1 minus x2 plus x3 0s1 minus 1 s2 plus 0a1 minus 1 a2 is equals to 2. Okay, so that's how we have converted basic matrix into identity matrix by using artificial variables. Now next step is to form objective function of auxiliary problem that we are going to use in step 1. So we have to maximize our new function z star, where my all the variables except basic variable, that is artificial variables, are having coefficient 0. Okay, so here I am putting all the coefficients as 0 except for my artificial variable. For them its coefficient is -1. Okay, so that's my new auxiliary problem. Now next step is to form a phase 1. In phase 1 we are going to form simplex table, where basic variables are my artificial variable, okay, a1 and a2, then its value in objective function, the coefficient value is -1. Similarly here we are writing variables coefficient in objective function is 0 0 0 0 0 -1 -1. Okay, now what is basic variables value? So my basic variables are a1 and a2. So put non-basic variable like x1, x2, x3, s1, s2, all of them equals to 0. So you will get basic variable value as a1 equals to 3 and a2 equals to 2. Here it is plus sign. Okay, so my variables value is 3 and 2. Now take the coefficients of variable from constraint equations and put over here. Like for first constraint equation, x1 value is 3, x2 value is -1, x3 value is -1, s1 is -1, this is 0, this is 1, 0. Similarly from second constraint equation, its value is 1, -1, 1, 0, -1, 0, 1. Okay, so now we have formed our simplex table. Now next step is to find out objective function value, which is -1 into 3 will give you -3, -1 into 2 will give you -2, and total of them is -5. So now we will check the possibilities, optimality test. So it is that if my z is less than equals to 0, which is here, it is equals to minus 5. So since my z is equals to minus 5, it is having value less than 0. So this solution is not a feasible solution. So we are going to form a new simplex table by using incoming, outgoing and pivot element. Okay, so first we will see what are my incoming variable. For that, what we are going to calculate, we are going to calculate our delta j. How we can calculate it? Minus 1 into 3 will give me minus 1 into 3 xb into x1. Okay, then plus minus 1 into 2 1, here we are multiplying like this, minus 1 into 3 minus 1 into 1, and then subtract our cj value is 0, so it is minus 3 minus 2, so its value is minus 5. Okay, sorry, it's minus 1, not minus 2, it's minus 1, so here its value is minus 4. Similarly, we will calculate for second. Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1, minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1, sum of 2 is 2, minus 0 will give me 2. Next is minus 1 into minus plus 1, minus 1 into 1 is negative 1, sum of them is 0. Okay, so likewise we will calculate all the delta j's, so I am writing their values. So now we will check smallest delta j, negative, most negative. Delta j value is minus 4, so x1 is my incoming variable. Okay, now we will calculate minimum ratio, which is xb divided by incoming variable coefficients x1. So here it is 3 divided by 3 will give you 1, 2 divided by 1 will give you 2. So what is your outgoing variable? How you are going to check? Minimum ratio. So minimum ratio is 1, so corresponding to that a1 is your outgoing variable. And what is your pivot element? Pivot element is the interaction of outgoing row, variable row, and incoming variable column. That element is 3. Okay, so now we are going to form new simplex table in phase 1. So before forming new simplex table, I will just repeat what are my incoming variable, outgoing variable. So incoming variable is x1, outgoing variable is a1, and pivot element is 3. Okay, so with the help of them we will update our new simplex table, where my outgoing variable is replaced with incoming variable x1. And if you will see the coefficient of x1 and a1 in my objective function, it is 0 and minus 1. Not for a1, a2, it is minus 1. Okay, after that, with the help of pivot element, we are going to update our pivot row. So new pivot row is equals to old by pivot element, that is 3. So new row is, you can get by dividing whole row from here till here by 3. So its elements are 3, 3, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, so now we are going to update our new row. Its value will be 1, 1, minus 1 by 3, minus 1 by 3, again minus 1 by 3, this is 0, this is 1 by 3 and 0. Okay, so that's our new pivot row. Next thing is, what will be the value in other rows? In other row, what you will do, new row will be equals to old row minus pivot column element, that is 1 of that row, 1 into your new pivot row, that is R1 dash. Okay, so older R2 was, if you will see, it is 2 1 minus 1. Okay, so write it 2 1 minus 1 1 0 minus 1 0 1. Okay, subtract it from new pivot row. If you will multiply with 1, you will get same only. So it is 1 1 minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 0 1 by 3 and 0. So if you subtract, what you are going to get, you are going to get 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, minus 1 plus 1 by 3, you are going to get 2 by 3, minus 2 by 3. Okay, like I am just writing it, 4 by 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3 1. Okay, so that's how we have updated new row. Now we will calculate the z value. Z value is 0 into 1 is 0 and minus 1 into 1 is minus 1. Again my z is less than 0, so again it is a non-feasible solution. Okay, so we have to again improve our simplex table. So again we have to find out our incoming and outgoing variable. So how we will find out? CB, 0 into 1 is 0, 1 into minus 1 into 0 is 0 and 0, it will be 0 here. Okay, then 0 into minus, this whole row have no role, because when you multiply with 0 you will get 0 only. So minus 2 by 3 will become plus 2 by 3, Cj is 0, minus into 4 by 3 is minus 4 by 3, Cj is 0, so it will remain same. Here also it will be minus 1 by 3, now it is minus plus 1, here it will change, here it is minus into minus 1 by 3 is plus 1 by 3, then it is plus 1, because minus minus again will become plus, so it is 4 by 3. Okay, and similarly you will calculate that delta z over here is 0. So again you will see what is minimum most negative. Delta j is, what is the value? It is minus 4 by 3. So x3 is now my incoming variable. Okay, now again find the minimum ratio, divide xb divided by x3 coefficients. So 1 divided by minus 1 by 3 will give you minus 3, which we have to ignore because we have to work only with positive non-negative minimum ratio. Okay, here we have to deal with negative. Delta j is minimum most negative, delta j here non-negative. So if you will again divide 1 by 4 by 3, you will get 3 by 4. Okay, so that's your value, and if you will see, corresponding variable is a2. So now a2 is my outgoing variable, and what is my pivot element? Pivot element is 4 by 3. Okay, so that's how you updated your new simplex table. So again we are going to update it. Again, what is the value? If you will see, incoming variables are now x1 and x3. Its coefficients are 0 and 0 in objective function. Now for value, we will again do same thing with pivot row, that is R2 dash will be R2 by 4 by 3 will become 3 into 4. Okay, and old row is, what is the old row value? Old row value is, if you will see here, from here you will take, that is 1 0 minus 2 by 3, 4 by 3, 1 by 3, minus 1 by 3 and 1. Okay, so again if you will calculate it, value is, you are multiplying with 4 by 3. Okay, so when you multiply with 1, you will get 4 by 3 itself. When you are multiplying with 0, you will get 0. When you are multiplying with minus 2 by 3, you will get minus 1 by 2. So I am just writing all the new elements. 1 plus 1 by 4, minus 3 by 4, minus 1 by 4 and 3 by 4. Then similarly we are going to calculate our other row. Okay, so I am just rubbing all the things which we have seen earlier. So its new row value you can obtain by applying operation like R1 dash will be R1 minus column element, what is it, minus 1 by 3 will become plus 1 by 3 into new pivot row. Okay, by applying that you will get element as 5 by 4, 1 minus 1 by 2, then 0 minus 1 by 4, 1 by 4, again 1 by 4, here also it's 1 by 4. Now calculate the z value. Z value is 0. Multiply with any value, you will get sum as 0 over here. So now my delta star z is equals to 0, and that means I have to now proceed to step 2, which is phase 2. Okay, so we will make our new simplex table in phase 2. We have, as we have seen, now we have eliminated our artificial variables as basic variables. Okay, so now my new table will be on my older function, which is, it was maximum delta z, delta dash is minus over here, minus sign we are getting, it's not plus, minus. Okay, so as we have updated earlier my objective function. Okay, so now what are the values? If you will see, coefficient values are minus 15 by 2, minus 3, all other are 0. Okay, next is, here also we will write the coefficient value and 0. Then now we will see our table will remain same. Now we are not changing anything, we will just copy that from here, minus 1 by 2, 0, minus 1 by 4. We just eliminate in that table our artificial variables. Okay, 4 by 3, 0, minus 1 by 2, 1, 1 by 4, 3 by 4 with negative sign. Okay, so we copied our whole table for variables except artificial variables. Okay, now first step is to calculate z. Z value, what you are getting is minus 15 by 2 divided into 5 by 4. So its value is, if you will see, minus 15 by 2 into 5 by 4. That value you are getting as minus 75 by 8. Okay, now we will work in phase 2 as simple simplex table, simplex method. Okay. So now we will calculate for optimality test my delta j's. You will see minus 5 by 2 and here plus, it will become 0. This row is of no use because it's, if you multiply with 0 you will get 0 itself. Okay. Now here you are getting, I am just writing all the calculations. 3 by 4, 0, 15 by 8 and again 15 by 8. So if you will see, there is no negative delta j. So your optimal solution is delta star is equals to minus 75 by 8. Okay, and then actual z, which is for minimization function, its optimal value is 75 by 8. When x1 value is, what is the value of x1? 5 by 4. x2 value is 0 and x3 is 4 by 3. So that's my optimal solution, that's my optimal value of objective function. This is for delta z we are making. Okay, so that's how we will apply to phase method on linear programming problem. That's all for today's lecture. Thank you.